Gameranx presents another episode of Before You Buy, the show where we give you some straight-up gameplay and some first impressions of the latest games releasing. Today we're talking about Doom. Doom has been in a hiatus for many years now, and this was originally known as Doom 4. Now it's finally being released, and it's just called Doom. And what you need to know about it is that it is basically two different things: single player and multiplayer. People have played the beta and have their opinions about that and have seen a lot of the game, but there's still some reservation about what the single player really is. Well, it turns out it's actually really freaking good. What makes it special, I think, is the relentless pace here right from the get-go. Okay, the game starts, you pick up a gun and you start shooting. The next room you enter, you get your armor. The next room after that, you pick up a shotgun. The metal music starts going, you start blasting, there's blood everywhere, you're killing monsters, it's amazing. The game seems so simple, but it's really meticulously designed. It's just first-person shooting, but there's just more to it. You can tell from how freeform, crazy, and fun the gameplay is. It's almost kind of designed to create lines of forward momentum in the action when you use these glory kill finishers to your advantage to gain ammo, as well as also conserving gas and using it to use your chainsaw to kill enemies to get even more ammo. The bigger and better the kill, the more ammo you get. It's great because you can do that, you can run and gun a few guys, blow someone up, throw a grenade, switch weapons, mow down another two guys, glory kill someone, and then finish off another person with a chainsaw, and then wipe out the room with a huge blast from your BFG once you get that later in the game. There's a surprising amount of strategy here considering it's just running and gunning and flying around a map as fast as possible. That's really the deal here, the fast movement speed. You're firing bullets, you're flying around, you're getting shot, it's very difficult, but thankfully the controls are great and the traversal is really good. To be able to jump and vault ledges is pretty seamless and it all works pretty nicely. The game looks damn good, alright, especially on PC, obviously. Console or PC, the frame rate is pretty solid. 60 FPS does the game justice. And when there are explosions and guts and blood splattering on the walls, it's all just glorious, especially when it's running up to snuff. If you've been looking for that next game to push your PC to the limit, it seems like Doom is it. It's a fairly lengthy single-player mode at like 12 to 13 hours, although it might wear thin for some of you guys. For others, the steady stream of progression through upgrading weapons, getting different attributes for them, getting attribute upgrades for your character and the suit armor, as well as just the ramping up difficulty and the constant change of enemy types and boss battles really just kind of keep it new and fresh. Some people might tire of the design though, because it might feel corridor to corridor. You walk through some hallways, you kill some guys, you find a key card, open up a big arena style room, activate the portal, start killing monsters, rinse and repeat. But some levels here and there open up and add little bits of exploration. There's some multi-layered levels and areas that have hidden areas where you can find more upgrades, unlockables, and stuff like that. It's really just kind of a nice reprieve from the action, and it works well, especially since it's nice to stop and smell the roses sometimes because the environments are so cool. They're designed very much with the Doom 3 style and how everything is creepy and dark and evil, but at the same time the game doesn't slow things down and make things a survival horror at all. This is just breakneck, fast-paced shooting. If you played Doom 3 and are expecting more of that, stop it. Don't. It's all really mindless first-person shooter action with a tinge of actual strategy to it, and I say mindless because the story, there's not really much to it. You are Doom Guy. You wake up. You have a very light goal, and there is some universe building here, which is nice. You can pick up data pads to read, and you follow along with some voiceovers. I'm also happy to say that I like they keep it real with demons coming up from hell, not just weird genetic lab experiments or any other nonsense like that. But I gotta say, in my opinion, I am having a ton of fun with a single-player mode, and it also is worth mentioning that there are a bunch of difficulty modes to keep you busy because you might find yourself, if you really like it, replaying and just ramping up the difficulty. There's I'm Too Young to Die, Hurt Me Plenty, Ultra Violence, Nightmare, and then Ultra Nightmare, which is borderline insane. The game also features Snap Map, the much hyped feature that allows you to create your own levels, and it feels fun and good. It's easy to use, it's very user friendly. It kind of works like Legos with a surprising amount of depth in it, down to like the lighting and atmosphere that you can arrange, as well as enemy types, AI parameters. You can come up with all kinds of convoluted shit involving explosive barrels, doors, how they open, when enemies spawn, stuff like that. It's definitely fun for creative types, people who like Little Big Planet or Mario Maker. player, but it won't really scratch the itch of modders, and I think that might be a long-term issue. But speaking of that, let's talk about multiplayer. The speed for multiplayer is in between a normal speed first-person shooter multiplayer game and something crazy fast like Unreal Tournament. Is that really a good middle ground? For some, maybe not for old school players. It's really going to be up to you. Some players are going to find this refreshing. Some players are just going to seem that it's copying off of modern first-person shooters too much. Here's the thing though, it is fast and frantic like the single player, and you will die a lot. It's worth mentioning that servers do seem to be running pretty well. It's very easy to pick up a match in any game type, and there's a lot going on here with a bunch of game modes, in-game buffs, and upgrades to work with, as well as unlockable playable demons during some matches. There are like 6 different game modes to keep things interesting, and there's a moving capture point mission that I really like called Warpath. Freeze tag is also pretty interesting. And of course, team deathmatch and deathmatch are really the best because obviously. There's also a surprising amount of customization here. Deeply layered weapon customization and armor customization, all visual stuff of course, but it's, they really did a good job with it. I'm trying to figure out if the game has enough legs to stand up against its old school counterparts like it seems to be pursuing. I'm not totally sure. I think time will tell. Is it fun enough? Yes. It's competent, it works well, it's fun, it's frantic, it's very bloody, almost as bloody as the single player. Personally, I'm 50-50 on it. Like I said, it's competent. I don't think it's going to be for every single type of multiplayer player, but hey, give it a shot. It's part of the package and it's not half-assed. Overall, I think what's important to note for Doom is like the Ratchet & Clank remake before it, it's really just pure fun and brings back the joy of video games for those who may have grown tired or old or bitter or cynical. This really is just a joy of video games, running around at a fast pace, shooting and killing, and honestly, it's pretty fucking metal. This is the same old, but also new? I think it's pretty great. But I do want to know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know if you are playing Doom, and let me know how you feel about it. Are you digging the single player as much as I am? And how do you feel about the multiplayer? Are you mixed? Are you into it? Are you finding it challenging? Because I certainly am. But do you think it'll last a while? Do you think you'll be playing this for a while to come? Let's talk about anything Doom down in the comments below. Let me know the hardest boss you've faced, any crazy moments you've created in single player or in Snap Map. I want to hear about it. So let me know down there, and also let me know on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Jake Baldino. You guys know the deal though. If you enjoy these before you buy videos, you can click the like button because that really helps us out. And subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Have you